Bobby Joe, Big Dawg, back with another episode of the Big Dawg podcast. And I wanted to revisit or go back to a recent topic we had about that dirty word politician. And I was kind of speaking more at a higher federal level, but those crooked politicians start at the city level. They start at the local level. They start at the county level. Start at the state level. I mean, these politicians are from top to bottom, from local all the way up to the federal government. And that's what the American people need to do, is make sure they understand, do their research, know what's going on around you, and you have control of those outcomes and those surroundings by voting. And voting out the bad politicians and voting in the good politicians that have their best interests and their outlook to help out the United States of America and the American people. Old Glory right behind me. I mean, that's what some of my episodes are really going to be driving at, is providing some information to help people understand what needs to be done, not only to help out our country, but help out society in general. And that's just day-to-day interaction with folks, treating people right, not being disrespectful. I mean, there's all kinds of terms that we're going to talk about directly related to the end goal of taking care of and doing what's best for the American people and the United States of America. And keeping an eye on those politicians is a lot easier at the local and county and state level, because that's where the problems can start. And we've seen that here in recent past, where these state governments are starting to have a lot more control than they really probably legally should have. And that's going to be a problem. And that's what's got to stop. I mean, making decisions to keep people from being able to voice their concerns, with the freedom of speech, all the way to the right to vote. And that is a given right to the American people, is the right to vote. And when you are controlling who is going to be able to be elected, that is a constitutional violation. And our Supreme Court needs to look at that long and hard. And it's not one way or the other, like I said, Republican, Democrat, right, left, center. It's all across the board, because one's going to try to outdo the last one. And all that is doing is hurting the American people in the United States of America. So we have to stay focused on these, keep an eye on these politicians from top to bottom, because they can be problematic all the way through the process. And I apologize if I'm sounding like a broken record, but it's important that the American people go out and get the information, educate themselves, and make the decision that you have the constitutional right to do. And I encourage everybody, no matter who you are voting for, who you are, exercise your right to vote. And with that being said, I'd like to welcome everybody to come back and see some of my next episodes. But appreciate everybody stopping by and checking this one out. And we'll have more of them for you guys to view here shortly. Thank you. Have a good evening.